Paul tells us how the world does not know God through worldly wisdom. In 1 Corinthians, he says, "Where is the one who is wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the debater of this age? Has God not made foolish the wisdom of the world? For since in the wisdom of God, the world did not know God through wisdom, it pleased God through the folly of what we preach to save those who believe." What does this mean? So Paul says the world, through wisdom, does not know God. There's always a constant tendency to think that the most wise or smartest humans know the most about God, but no. God cannot be found through humanly wisdom. He is only found through the message of the cross. The pursuit of human wisdom may bring an earthly contentment or happiness, although this is rare, but in itself it can never bring forth the true knowledge of the true God. It is significant to say that the most well-educated people have the least regard for God. But this is not always the case. Some of the most brilliant men in history have been Christians, like Isaac Newton. But largely, the smarter ones have less regard for God because they see themselves, not God. They put faith in their own human wisdom, not faith in anything bigger than themselves. Humanly wisdom is constantly rejecting God and opposing him and ultimately showing itself foolish and then perishing in doing so. One story to illustrate this is perfect. It talks about Albert Einstein and his class of students. And all the students talked amongst themselves and they decided there is no God. So Einstein asked them, "How much of all the knowledge in the world do you think that y'all collectively possess?" Collectively as a class, how much knowledge? They discussed it for a while and they said that they determined to have 5% of the knowledge of the world collectively among them. Now, Albert Einstein said that that's probably a bit generous, but he said, "So in the other 95%, do you think it's possible for God to exist?" Obviously. So remember, humanly wisdom compared to biblical wisdom are completely different things. Know what you put your faith in.